Hey guys, it's Tuesday, so that means it's Q&A day. I'm going to go ahead and answer some of the questions I received yesterday, and then I'm going to also put our disclaimer up on the next page, so check that out. Okay, so first question, breastfeeding alone is a great way to naturally boost your baby's immune system, but there definitely are ways that are things that you can take that will help, what will transfer into the breast milk and help your baby. Okay, so some of those supplements you can take that will help increase your baby's immune system is vitamin A, vitamin C, omega-3s, and taking a daily probiotic will definitely help with this. Okay, so another way you can do this is by having a whole food diet and increasing your fruits and vegetables, so such as leafy greens, ginger, and garlic are all shown to help with immunity. And then also, depending on your baby's age, there are vitamin D drops, but again, that's something that you would want to check with your pediatrician to see dosage and if it's right for you. So I actually did an interview with Lisa Teen from Mommy Labor Nurse about postpartum body changes and just different things that go on with you. So I'm actually going to go ahead and link that video here. And I just want to say, if you have not yet been to our YouTube page, you'll definitely find a bunch of resources about pregnancy, postpartum, breastfeeding, motherhood, relationships. So there's tons of resources there for you to check out. Okay, so research shows that the fat content in milk does not correlate to growth. It's more the volume of milk, but there are ways that you can help increase your the fat content in your breast milk. So I'll share those in the next slide. Okay, so research shows the best way to increase fat in breast milk is by mechanical means. So by nursing more frequently, so every 2 hours approximately, massaging the breast, and then doing breast compressions. These are all ways that will help increase the fat in your breast milk. And so a lot of those actually coordinate to ways that you can help your baby gain weight. And another way is to make sure they completely finish breastfeeding on one side before you introduce the other side, and that can help them gain weight as well. I would just call and say you need to schedule an appointment to verify a positive pregnancy test, or if you haven't taken one yet, say the date of your last missed period, and they might have other questions for you, but most of all, that should cover it. Okay, so the first time I read that question, I read it wrong, and I was thinking it was questions to ask on your first prenatal visit. So I actually found this really awesome article at motherly.com, and I'm going to read you the top 9 questions they recommend you ask in your first visit. So, and this is going to differ for each person, just depends on what, you're looking to accomplish and what health concerns or questions you have. But here we go, this is what they say. Who will deliver me? How much weight will I gain? Can I continue exercising? What do I do about history with certain health concerns? Are my medications safe for pregnancy? Should I be taking prenatal vitamins? What type of genetic screening should I get? Do I need to be tested for Zika? And who should I call with questions or concerns? Okay, I'm going to start with foods to avoid because it's a much shorter list and it's very specific to each person. So, for example, coffee and tea is typically on this list, but you can have a small, you can absolutely have some of it, and it's not completely needs to be cut out of your diet at all, but coffee and tea have caffeine, and it can affect people differently. So that's the main concern when people say to limit it, or just basically be aware of how much you are intaking each day. Okay, the next couple of things to avoid that are on the list, and I put that in quotes because, again, it's just something in moderation. So it's not completely off limits. You just really need to pay attention to how much you have, and also check with your doctor or lactation consultant to see what they recommend. But those next 2 things are alcohol and fish. So fish is good for omega-3s, so they can be very healthy, but just in moderation because too much fish is probably not good while you're breastfeeding. And then alcohol is kind of an obvious one, but that can absolutely be done in moderation as well. Again, consult with your doctor or lactation consultant for exact amounts. Okay, another thing to avoid is peppermint, parsley and other herbs, they have shown to actually have a negative effect on your milk supply. So definitely pay attention to those, as well as medications. Many medications are still fine, but again, that's something you should check in with your doctor, as certain medications should be avoided, but there's still a lot you can take. Alright guys, so that concludes our Q&As for this week. Hope I helped answer a lot of your questions, and I'm really sorry I did not get to everyone's. There were a lot of really great questions, so keep sending them each week, and I will get to them. We'll see you guys soon.
If you're not following us yet, be sure to follow us at Mommy Knows Best on Instagram. And remember, if you're watching this and doubting yourself, you are a great mom. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next week.